Yo, Still Bills, what's the deal, man? I'm heading up to Valentino's, man. I'm about to give me some motherfucking lasagna, man. I've been kind of joning for that, man. But peep game, man, we got to rap about something, man. And that something is Anthony Joshua. This past weekend's fight with Jermaine Franklin and Dillian Whyte, as much as I enjoyed that fight, I don't think either one of them should be getting a fight with Anthony Joshua, if we're being 100% honest. I don't, and it's not that they don't deserve it. I definitely think, Dillian Whyte's coming up back off of a rebound fight. Anthony Joshua needs to have a rebound fight. I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I just think for what it is, for who he has in the scope, Dillian Whyte nor Jermaine Franklin, had he won, would have been beneficial towards who it is that he needs to prep for. I just think, and not to mention, you already beat Dillian Whyte by knockout. Like you dominated him. He had success, but you were able to dominate him. And even in the now, I don't see any different outcome. I see it being a similar outcome. I don't see anything that Dillian Whyte would be able to do with somebody like Anthony Joshua. He may be able to prevent the uppercut now with the implementing the cross guard defense, but there's still other layers in Anthony Joshua's game that I don't see Dillian Whyte being able to overcome. I don't. Anthony Joshua has the better feet. Anthony Joshua can walk him into shots. He has the better jab. He has the better punch selection. He has the better way of the more array of being able to set up the punch. He's the better counter puncher with the step back right hand that he throws. He just has more layers than Dillian Whyte. So I don't see any reason why he needs to go and do a rematch with Dillian Whyte. I personally would like to see him in there with a fresh face, like Otto Wallin. I think him and Otto Wallin should be the next fight, personally, man, because Otto Wallin, that's the perfect fight that you would need to have in order to deal with somebody like a Tyson Fury. You already had your 2 fights with Usyk, and you lost those fights. And I think that fight, those 2 fights right there are going to be, I think those are going to be beneficial towards you in your future endeavors because of the look that he was able to present to you. You just you just came up short of, in front of Alexander Usyk. It is what it is. But I think Otto Wallin can give you somewhat similar, those similar type of looks because of how fleet-footed he is. If he can give Tyson Fury trouble and have him on the brink of stoppage by cutting him, he could do the same for you. He's going to present an uphill battle for you. And it's not a tune-up fight. I don't think Otto Wallin is not nobody's tune-up. He's a legitimate heavyweight. I believe that shit. I definitely believe that wholeheartedly, man. I think that should be the next opponent you should have in the scope. Otto Wallin, not Dillian Whyte. I wouldn't be mad at a Dillian Whyte fight. I mean, why not fight somebody that you've already beat? I understand it. I just don't want it because I don't think it's necessary. And I don't think it's necessary because I don't think Dillian Whyte could properly prep you for someone like a Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is not going to fight you in the same way that he fought Deontay Wilder because he's not going to be able to beat you like that. He's going to take that away from you. You're going to have to fight him the same way he did with Dillian Whyte. The same way he did with Dillian Whyte. He'd step in behind the jab and he'd step in behind a 1-2 and wrap him up. He didn't stay in the clinch with him and bang with him and put all his body weight on him and force him to the rope and tap the body. He didn't do that. That's not how he fought Dillian Whyte. So you don't need that fight. You don't need to fight someone like Dillian Whyte who's stationary. You need to know how to deal with a target who punches on the go. Wallin is that dude. He's not as good as Usyk, but he's damn sure good enough to give you a certain level of resistance to where you're going to have to work for it. And if you can get through that obstacle, you increase your chances of beating Tyson Fury. That's who you need to go and deal with or fight, not Dillian Whyte. And in all honesty, you don't even need to be looking at Deontay Wilder. You don't. They're making it too difficult. Like, it's like y'all are not on the winning end of the. You're not on the A side of this fight. I don't know what these dudes think that, oh man, like, bro, no, nigga, no. No. I'm him. If I'm Anthony Joshua, I'm him. You are not a marquee attraction like that. You're not. We saw that with Robert Helenius. If it's not a proper dancing partner on the other side of the ring with Deontay Wilder, he's not going to sell like that. And that's cool. That's not that's not to slight him or nothing like that. But people have to come out of this mindset where it's America or nothing. Deontay Wilder is he's not the household name that fucking Anthony Joshua is. He's not. He's not. If Deontay Wilder went over to the UK and fought goddamn Fabian Wardley, he's not gonna pack the house like that. If he went over there and fought Hrgovic in the UK, he's not gonna pack the house like that. Anthony Joshua will, because he's been promoted to be the face of British boxing, in particular British heavyweight boxing, and he's had success, thus far, despite his two shortcomings against Usyk. So don't talk to me about just they keep they're turning up their nose like they just got it like that to where, nah, man, we'll deal with you when we ready to deal with you. As it pertains to Anthony Joshua, later for you, like shooing him off. Like, nah, man, we ain't got time for that right now, man. We'll talk to you later, bro. Who the fuck are you? You understand what I'm saying? Who the fuck is you? To be as nonchalant as you are with someone who has a far bigger bank account than you. And I don't like being a dude to have to, that's a dope crib. I don't like to have to be the dude to bring people. I don't like counting niggas' pockets, bro. But in this situation, you have to speak on it because it speaks to the overall issue. And the issue is Anthony Joshua is the bigger name. He demands the bigger purse. You dig what I'm saying? That's why all that shit when the niggas was talking about, oh man, I need 50% of the pay-per-view and all that shit. Like, who the fuck are you? That Ortiz pay-per-view that you did flopped. That Robert Helenius pay-per-view you did flopped. Because don't nobody give a fuck about you like that. Like, what are we doing, bro? I don't, like, why do we keep having to, circle back to this same shit? Deontay Wilder is not him. He's not. And to his credit, a lot of people aren't. Everybody's not going to be able to pack a venue. That doesn't necessarily speak to, your ranking within a division or your name value as far as the division is concerned from a boxing standpoint. We're not saying that you have no value as a fighter, but to the point where you can turn your nose up at somebody and just kind of shoot him off. No, we busy right now, which I'm not mad at because I think Deontay Wilder deserved to have a rebound fight after the two beatdowns that he took. But for you to sit here and talk to Anthony Joshua like, oh man, whatever with all that. All right, cool. But now let me get my rebound fight. Don't try and put pressure on me in the now. We'll take that fight in the UK. We'll take that fight in Saudi. All right, bet. Cool. Well, let me go get my rebound fight in. If that's the route y'all want to take. And I don't think that you should be. Tyson Fury is the goal at this point in time. You don't even need to be worried about Deontay Wilder. If Tyson Fury ends up being tied up with Usyk, all right, cool. After you fight someone like an Otto Wallin, then we can go deal with Wilder. If Tyson Fury isn't available. But that should not be the goal after your rebound fight. And I'm hoping it's Otto Wallin. You do not need to be fixated on Deontay Wilder right now. No, I get that, y'all ops. You don't like that nigga. I get all that shit. That shit is all fine and fucking dandy. But there's a bigger picture. There's a bigger target that you need to be aiming at. Your goal is undisputed. That's your goal. And if Tyson Fury is able to get past Usyk, that's who you need to be targeting. That's who I'm aiming at. I don't give a fuck about Deontay Wilder. You give a fuck about him, but not to the point where you willing to just, it's him or nothing. The fuck? Oh, why the swine up here at Valentino's, though? Hella swine. But yeah, man, niggas is bugging, bro. Like, matter of fact, I ain't done talking about this, man. I'll be right back. Pause. Niggas is back like cooked crack, man. I just had to go and grab this shit, man. But yeah, bro, I don't like how the American boxing scene is, where they think everything revolves around them, and motherfuckers just supposed to grovel at the feet of some motherfucking Americans and shit like that. Like, man, get the fuck out of here, bro. Nigga, no. I just don't like how just they keep trying to dictate terms when they not the niggas. You dig? You're responsible for bringing the American boxing scene back, you know. But we forget for years. Let me turn on. I'm gonna bend this corner real quick. We forget for years. That the Europeans was running that division for years. Not the Americans. We can salute Deontay Wilder for bringing eyes back to the American heavyweight boxing scene. Yeah, we can do that. But globally, no. And he's getting entirely too much credit for that shit, man. Niggas keep, oh man, Deontay Wilder. Come on, bro. What the fuck is we doing? To the point where you will completely disregard, oh man, I need to know what he getting. Why do you need to know what I'm getting? We're not in the same tax bracket, G. We're not. They just keep doing shit to make it, you know, to kind of acquiesce this nigga, bro. And it's like, nigga, no. To the point where Americans are calling this man the face of fucking heavyweight boxing. And meaning the shit wholeheartedly. And I'm like, dog, what proof do you have to substantiate that claim? I can guarantee you don't have any. Like, man, like, come on, man. I don't like that shit, man. I don't like that shit, how they do that to that man, bro. Like, this man is packing out arenas globally. They're erecting, you know, little arenas, you know, over there. You know, he got it like that with the Saudis. Bro, he came here and sold out the goddamn Barclays, bro. Granted, he got stopped. Yeah, nobody can deny that. He got stopped. But he sold out he packed the house. He packed the house. I don't know if tickets was being comped. Oh, I don't know what the fuck, but niggas came to see this British motherfucker. This Nigerian export. They came and seen him. They came and seen him, dog. On foreign soil. I don't think this dude understands his worth, and I think he's so humble that he doesn't want to have to bark and flex on a nigga like, nigga, who the fuck is you, bro? Like, I'm this and that and the third, I got yada yada yada. He doesn't want to do that because that will come off as arrogant. And I get that, because I'm like that. I don't want to ever have to be that dude where I'm flexing on a nigga. What you got that I ain't got? That shit doesn't feel good to me, bro. Like, that's just no. No, because I'm not a dude I'm not no wealthy dude. I'm a regular 9-to-5 nigga. You know what I'm saying? But I can sustain myself. But I don't want to have to talk to a dude who's not in a position financially to sustain himself. I don't want to be able to berate him and talk down to him like that. That shit does not feel good. I don't like having to be that dude. And I try my best not to be that dude. Matter of fact, I've taken L's so I wouldn't have to be that dude. Verbally, where I could have man, you. I don't like doing that. That doesn't feel good to me. I don't like doing that. But I'm also not in the eye of the public, and I'm not involved in the sport on a professional level to where my character is consistently getting assassinated, and I'm, you know, the public has a misconception of who the HNIC in the division is over here on this side of the pond. You know what I'm saying? I've been hearing Deontay Wilder say Anthony Joshua's name, and that's dope to me. But I just think niggas got the game fucked up if they about to sit here and like talk like they dictating terms and all that shit. Like, my nigga, like, no. I'm him, you not. I'm him, not you, Brody. So you need to fall the fuck back. And, you know, you go on, this fight, go, you know, it is on my terms. The fact that they're saying we'll take that fight in the UK or in Saudi Arabia, that goes to show who the HNIC is. Come on, bro, don't do that. That goes to show who the top dog is. Y'all march at the beat of my drum, bro. So I want niggas to get that shit right. I want them to get that shit right. Like, bro, you don't dictate shit over here. I'm him, bro. You not. You know what I'm saying? You can suck a sweet dick till you seasick if you don't like it. And I want him to eventually, I think this should bring that type of animal ambition up out of him. As far as just letting niggas know, like curbing niggas. You got me fucked up, nigga, what? I think that should bring, I think what happened to him breaking down and having that, you know, that emotional meltdown after the Usyk loss, I think that should spawn a certain level of like resentment in him and just dog in him and get on demon time just a little bit, just to let niggas know, bro, like, yeah, I'm nice. I don't want you to be nervous around me because I'm a fucking giant out here who's built like a Greek god, and I know how to, at the highest level, I know how to throw these things. It ain't too many people on earth who can whoop Anthony Joshua. He likes being that dude, like, man, you can let your guard down around me. I'm not that nigga who gonna sit here and bark on you, well, and try to goad you into a fight like Tyson was. Nigga, 19-year-old going to the bar, challenging grown man. Nigga, I'll beat your ass. Nigga, what the fuck? Well, shut there, nigga, step outside. You know what I'm saying? Tyson was on demon time. That ain't necessarily Anthony Joshua's get down. And I fuck with that because that's not my get down. But I think in certain instances, it does need to be his get down, just to let, you know, give a nigga a reality check. You got me fucked up. So I'm not opposed to an Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder fight. However, I think he should go for Otto Wallin. I think he should go for Otto Wallin. And if he beats Otto Wallin and Tyson Fury isn't tied up with Usyk, that's the fight that he should be going for. But I think we're going to get the Usyk and Tyson Fury fights next year. I think we're going to get them out the way next year. I think we'll get them next year. There's not as much money going into them fights as it would be with Anthony Joshua, with the sponsors and shit, the sponsors that he has and the connections all over the globe that he has. It's not going to be the same. So that should be a lot more easy to negotiate. And if he's wrapped up 2 fights next year, I bet that now we can revisit a Deontay Wilder fight. But don't feel like, you know what I'm saying, they get, you know, don't be so humble to where they could, you know, they feel like they can, you know, dictate terms and all that shit and kind of like bark on you, man. If I ain't have, well, then we just ain't gonna do it. I want this person, I want yada yada yada, I want to know what you getting. Nah, my nigga, you got me fucked up. You get what I give you. I got a contract between me and you. Y'all ain't know nothing about Players Club, dollar bill, bro. But nah, man, that's just how I'm feeling about it, man. I don't like this shit, man. I don't like the precedents that Americans set and within the confines of boxing. You know, I don't like how, you know, Deontay Wilder is being perceived as just as he's, you know, the top dog, and I don't like that. I don't like that shit at all. I think that shit is very misleading, and it needs to be spoken on. Like, nah, my nigga, you not that nigga. I'm that nigga. So if I reach out to you, you reach back. You reach back. I don't move on your time. I don't move on your time. And because Anthony Joshua he's such in a vulnerable state right now, he doesn't understand that shit. Nigga, when I move, you move, not the other way around. Being humble and having humility and just being a decent human being, it could be it's damn sure a gift, but it can be a curse as well. Because motherfuckers just think that they can just get over on you and nigga like domineer over you and dictate terms and shit like that. Nigga, you got me fucked up, bro. No, I'm that nigga, not you. Do you not realize what the fuck you just did with Robert Helenius? Niggas was not giving a fuck about that fight, Brody. That pay-per-view bombed. As much shit as they talk about Bud, them pay-per-views that they're selling over there are, their numbers are not, they're damn near, if I'm not mistaken, they're less than Bud's. And Bud had to fight on the fucking ESPN Plus app. And I remember going to the homegirl's house to watch that shit. Shout out my twin homies from my block. But I went over there and you couldn't order that shit on a regular, like a regular pay-per-view. You had to download the app. Fuck is you talking about? You had to download the app. And that app was fucking up and it turned a lot of people away. It still did 130. Wilder didn't do that. Tank didn't do that. I don't even think Earl did that in his last fight. So let's start to come back down to reality, man. I want Joshua against Otto Wallin next. Because the goal is Tyson Fury. The goal is Tyson Fury. You have to have a, you have to sharpen your skill. You have to sharpen your swords to get up in there with someone like Tyson Fury. It's a lot easier to game plan for someone like Deontay Wilder. It's a lot easier to game plan because it's only one thing you have to worry about. Tyson Fury can fight inside out. Tyson Fury can switch hit. Tyson Fury can walk you into shots. He's a good counter puncher. He's slippery. He's faster. So let's go for somebody with a bigger upside who somewhat complements, who not mirrors it exactly, but slightly mirrors it. And that's Otto Wallin. If Tyson Fury is busy, then go for Wilder. Deuces.